Hey guys, very good morning, Fabio here. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic and welcome to another daily market outlook. This afternoon, 14:15 or 2:15, whatever you want to call it, Central Eastern Time, there is going to be a live stream on this YouTube channel, so make sure to be there as you can ask all your questions which you have. So without further ado, let's just dive into today's market. By the way, thank you all for the get well wishes. I'm already feeling much better. Thanks guys, let's dive in. Okay guys, so to begin with, of course, the dollar index, and looking currently at the dollar index, what we can currently see, well, what we've seen is kind of the slowdown in towards downside. As we can clearly see, we kind of saw that star pattern yesterday. However, I wasn't convinced because we didn't hit any area of demand. As we can then clearly see, we take out the low, stops get swiped, straight away a reversal. I'm not talking about a full-blown reversal now. I'm just talking about this mini reversal, and this is how you can really easily just catch a few pips. If you see a very obvious kind of like star pattern like this, you already know that a lot of people are going long, stop loss below the low because of this overextended move, and then the stops get swiped, straight away a reaction. However, we're not seeing a full-blown reversal because we're not reacting to any area of demand. So what am I waiting for personally? Well, inside of these 4-hour wicks, there is going to be demand. These 4-hour wicks are most likely 1-hour areas of demand. This lower one is, as you can clearly see. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for to get hit, because these areas of demand are inside this overall daily area of demand over here. So this sell to buy range over here, that is my area of demand. So yeah, just waiting for that to get hit before seeing a potential pullback. Daily is still bullish, 4 hours bearish, but the daily is once again still bullish from here to here. This is your bullish swing range. This is all just a pullback. So it's not like the dollar has now flipped bearish. We are still bullish. However, the daily is now bullish, but the 4-hour is bearish. Looking at the 4-hour, what we can clearly see, it's just a bearish 4-hour. So yeah, not much going on, to be honest, just waiting for us to slowly correctively move in towards these areas of demand on the 4-hour and stacked with the daily to then look for a potential push up once again. So yeah, let's go to Aussie dollar and Aussie dollar, guys. So what are we seeing on Aussie dollar at the moment? Well, very interesting price action. Why? Well, because of the fact that we took out liquidity over here, as I mentioned, and as you can see, I marked out the highest high of this area of liquidity. So why is this liquidity? Well, as you can clearly see, there's also a trend line over here, but there's also a lot of stop losses liquidated above all of these highs. So what you can clearly see is that the highest high gets taken out and then the reversal occurs. Pretty much what I explained yesterday. So kind of the lesson that you can take from this is that if you have a very obvious area of liquidity, you can sometimes also interpret that as an area of supply or demand. In this particular situation, I can interpret this high as an area of supply. Of course, preferably, I would have wanted to see a tap in towards this 4-hour area of supply stacked with the daily. However, you can't always get everything that you're looking for. So what are we currently expecting, guys? Well, over here we saw a 4-hour break of structure. What can we expect after a break of structure? Well, we can expect a pullback. Well, at the moment, we can expect a pullback. Why? Well, because as we can clearly see, we had an impulse up, a pullback over here, impulse up, push down. So essentially a break of structure on this low, or a change of character, better said. And now we're seeing a retracement before once again potentially heading further down in towards that area of demand. That's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. So yeah, if we go in towards the lower time frame and you remember this over here, you look at the 15, you can clearly see that this is a clean 15-minute pullback. So impulse from here to here, this high gets broken. Over here, this low becomes your low. This becomes your swing high. We're still bullish. This is just a pullback until over here, this low gets broken. Now the 15-minute is bearish from this swing high towards this swing low. So this is all just a pullback. And now you could look for potential shorts from these areas of supply. We have liquidation over here. So in my opinion, we're likely to run this high over here, liquidate the stops, and then potentially either reverse from this area of supply or this area of supply. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for Aussie dollar. That's kind of what my view is. However, we have to keep in mind that if you look at the daily, because of course we're kind of targeting those lower time frame shorts potentially, back down in towards this area of demand. Of course, the 4-hour is bullish. However, the daily and the weekly are both bearish. However, I would still love this area of daily supply to get hit, and from there, the real reversal to occur. So who knows, potentially we're going to see a short push back down in towards 4-hour demand. One more push up, kind of form this ascending wedge formation, and then see a real drop occur. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Aussie dollar. Let's head over to our next pair, which is euro dollar. And euro dollar, guys. So euro dollar, what has been happening at the moment? Well, we've been seeing some incredible nice slowdown at the moment inside that daily zone. I just took the entire zone from the highest wick to the lowest low, purely because there's not a very clear area of 4-hour supply in here. So I just took the entire daily range, and as we can clearly see, this range or area of consolidation has now resulted in consolidation. This clean move resulted in a clean move. So that's kind of how you can read the market. So what am I expecting at the moment? Well, of course, we could start seeing a pullback on euro dollar from here. However, currently we don't really have a bearish change of character. What needs to happen? We need to take out this low over here, essentially, or this low, to then see kind of like a change of character, which could initiate a potential drop. Because at the moment, everything is still bullish on the 4-hour. So we have a 4-hour break of structure, which is bullish over here. And also we don't have a bearish change of character yet. And a bearish change of character could indicate that a further 4-hour pullback is going to be coming. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. If we dive in towards the 15, this is kind of the low that you want to see getting broken. Once that low breaks, you can then kind of look for this. So something that on Aussie dollar has already happened. That's essentially what you're also waiting for on euro dollar. So yeah, euro dollar, essentially that is it. Just quickly going back towards the daily. Of course, this is an area from where we could reverse. However, just keep in mind, this is the higher probability shorting zone. So yeah, let's head over to our next pair, which is pound dollar and pound dollar, guys. So pound dollar essentially reacted beautifully to the baseline of this bullish candle engulfed by this bearish one. As you can see, absolute perfection. Since then we just saw a drop. However, yeah, the bullish momentum on pound dollar is just so strong at the moment. Also, no bearish change of character. We would need to break this low. Why this low? Because this high failed to break this high. I know it's a little bit complicated, but just focus on this low over here. Until then, we're still bullish. Looking inside of here, we have a lot of 4-hour wicks, which are going to be lower time frame supply zones. Those are pretty much the areas of supply that I'm looking at. In my opinion, we're still going to run this high and then potentially react to one of these 4-hour wicks with a, let's say, 15-minute supply inside of them. That's pretty much it. And yeah, pretty much what I'm waiting for. So yeah, let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, guys. So Kiwi dollar reacted beautifully to that daily wick, which I talked about. As we can see, clear push back down after liquidation of this high over here. Going in towards the 4-hour though, yeah, still no bearish momentum at all. We're still bullish on the 4-hour. So yeah, for now, what can we expect? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we do start pushing up a little bit higher, at least in towards that daily zone over here. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. However, yeah, Kiwi dollar, if you especially look at the 4-hour, there are just so many supply zones at the moment. That's kind of like the problem for me. At the moment, this is the high that we took out and of which we saw a break of structure. So essentially, we're still pretty much just waiting for a further pullback. Can you view this as the pullback already? And if this high gets broken over here, this becomes your swing low. Yeah, you could. However, it's just such a small pullback, and I would definitely prefer a further pullback, at least in towards this area of demand. For now, yeah, just too many areas of 4-hour supply. So I'm just personally waiting for us to reach this area of demand. If we reach that, then I'll go long. If not, then I'll just skip Kiwi dollar for now. So yeah, let's head over to gold, our last pair. And gold, guys. So gold saw a beautiful bearish reaction over here. So for now, what are we expecting? Well, I'm personally expecting this high here to get run at 1831. For me personally, there's still a lot of liquidity above that high. As we can see, this high tried to take out this high. So that's, yeah, personally why we're currently pushing up. So let's take out this high and then potentially see a bearish reaction. Yeah, this was kind of like the big short. However, as you can clearly see, we failed to close below this low. So yeah, that's pretty much just an indication that this was a liquidity grab. And we're now potentially going to hit liquidity above that high over there. This supply is pretty much just failing. This demand never got hit, sadly. I was pretty much waiting for this area of demand to get hit, but yeah, nothing really. So what's next? If we take at this high, I'm kind of looking at this area of daily supply to get hit for a potential short. Because if we do hit that area, or 4-hour supply, excuse me, if we hit that area, we will then have a 4-hour break of structure by taking out this high over here. And what can we expect after a break of structure? We can expect a pullback. So yeah, where do we expect a pullback from? We expect pullbacks from areas of supply or demand. This is an area of supply and could therefore initiate the pullback back down into, let's say, this area of demand with liquidation happening on this swing low over here, this one. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all a fantastic day, and don't forget to attend the live stream this afternoon. Thanks, guys.